guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another one brand tutorial using only Too Faced products. This is a look that I came up with. I was kind of inspired by the colour of my nails. It's kind of like this iridescent pinky purple type of shade, and I kind of wanted to do that on the eyes and do something kind of ombre purpley pink inspired. I don't know, I want to do something with a little bit of colour because I don't usually play with a lot of colours. I'm a very neutrals kind of girl. So this is what I have come up with. If you guys want to see how to create this look, then definitely keep watching and let me know your thoughts in the description box down below. Also, I do want to let you guys know that my eyes are really irritated today. I don't know what's been going on with them lately. Just this past week they've been like really watery and just bloodshot, and they just look so bad and they hurt so much. So I'm like dying to finish filming this video so I can just take my makeup off and let them rest. I feel like I need to go and get some eye drops or something. So, not stoned, I don't do drugs, I just have fucking red eyes. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm a good girl, Jesus, why? Anyway, without any further ado, let's jump into the tutorial. So starting out with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, I'm using the shade Salted Caramel and I'm just buffing this into my crease using the Sigma E40 brush. And I just wanted to use this to create some warmth in the eye and just sort of start building up a little bit of depth. Then I went back in with that same palette and I'm just taking the shade Milk Chocolate and I'm just blending that out with my Sigma E35 brush. This one is just slightly more tapered, it's not as fluffy as the E40, and I'm just using this to build like a little bit more of definition into the crease area. Then taking the shade Semi Sweet from that same palette and I'm just going in with my Sigma E36 brush. It's just a really tiny little fluffy blending brush, just buffing that into the crease. And then I am going in with my Sigma E39 brush just to further blend this out and make sure everything is really seamless. Just wanted to add a little bit more of definition into the crease area. And then I just took this Too Faced concealer. This is in the shade Very Light, I think, and I'm just pretty much just like mapping out where I want the lid shades to be. I didn't want to do a cut crease, but I do like doing this before going in with the other shades because it kind of just makes like a nice base and it helps me clean it up and that sort of thing. Then taking the shade Champagne Truffle and I'm just packing this onto the lid. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit more pink, but it wasn't very noticeable. It kind of just looks like white. Then I went in with the Too Faced Totally Cute palette and I took the shade Meow. It's just like a really deep shimmery purple. Just buff that onto the outer corner of the eye using my Sigma E54 brush, and then I used the Sigma E25 to blend that out. And then I just went back in with that same little brush I was using before. It's a makeup addiction brush and I can't remember the exact name, but I will leave it listed down below for you guys. And I just took the pink shade from that Totally Cute palette and just kind of packed it onto that area of the eye so it had like a nice transition. And then I just went back in with that same little tiny brush we were using before with that same brown shade just to make sure that the crease was blended really nicely. I then added some winged liner using one of the Too Faced sketch markers. I just used the black one, and then I added the Huda Beauty lashes in the style Scarlet. These ones are like one of my favorite lash styles ever. Then moving on to the face, I just primed my face using the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. It's such a nice primer, it's really hydrating. And then I went in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This isn't one of my favorite foundations. When I first tried it out, I really didn't like it, but it's starting to grow on me. It does work better with my skin now, and I don't mind it. It's just not my favorite, and I can't put my finger on it. I think I'm in the shade Light Beige or something. I can't remember, but I'll leave it listed down below for you guys. And I'm actually trying out one of the new Sigma strobing brushes they came out with recently. This is the F89. I was going to say 49. Even though I'm looking right at the brush and it says 89, but it blends out so beautifully on the skin. That brush is like amazing for blending out foundation. It's like one of my new favorites. Then I took a mix of these two concealers from Too Faced. One is the shade Light and I believe the other one is the shade Very Fair or something. I will leave everything listed down below, guys, so don't worry if I'm like saying shade names that don't even exist. I often do that. I wanted to mix these two shades and then I just went in with my beauty blender just to blend everything out really seamlessly, and I wanted a really highlighted under eye. My dark circles were being such a little bee this day. I've been such a little bee most of the days. And then I went in with the shade Deep Tan, I believe, just to contour around my face and add a little bit of bronze. I love contouring using concealers because they just blend out so seamlessly and look really beautiful on the skin and just like give a really natural, radiant kind of finish to the skin. And I'm using my trusty Sigma F05 contour brush, which I absolutely love, and the one that I was blending my nose out with was one of the new Sigma strobing brushes. It's just like a mini version of the foundation one that I was using, and I'll leave it listed down below for you guys. Then I went in with the Too Faced Cocoa contour palette, and I'm just using the shade Light Cocoa, I think it's called. I can't remember. It's like the lightest shade in the palette, just to set underneath my eyes using the Sigma F64 brush. It's my favorite for setting underneath my eyes. And I just kind of set like the areas of my face where I tend to get a little bit oily as well. I then went back in with that Too Faced Totally Cute palette, and I took the shade Shooting Star on my Sigma F42 brush, and I used that to highlight my face, and it actually turned out so beautiful. As you guys can see, this highlight is like stunning, like you could see it from the moon. And then going in with my Too Faced Love Flush palette. What the hell? And I took the shade How Deep Is Your Love, and I just applied that to my cheeks using my Sigma F40 brush. Then going back in and finishing off the eyes, taking the shade Salted Caramel, and I'm just going in with the Sigma E39 brush, just lightly buffing that underneath the eyes, and then going in with the shade Cherry Cordial on the Sigma E36 brush, and I'm just buffing that towards like the outer corners of the eyes. Then jumping back into that Too Faced Totally Cute palette, I'm just taking the pink shade and I'm just packing that onto like the inner corner section of the eye using the Sigma E30 brush. It's just a little pencil brush, and then I just took that same brush, I said brush like 3 times then, and taking the shade that we packed onto the lids earlier and just applying that into the inner corner. Then I took 2 of the Too Faced sketch markers in the purple and pink shades, and I just added some little dots underneath my winged liner because why not? And then to finish off this look, I took the shades Cool Girl and Queen Bee in the Too Faced Melted Liquid Lipsticks. This one is Cool Girl, and I'm just placing that over all of my lips, and then on the center I'm putting Queen Bee, which is just a more purple sort of shade, just so like the look wasn't completely flat and that the ombre of the eyes kind of flowed to the lips as well, if you guys get me. But that concludes this tutorial. I really hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of these one brand tutorials, and I will see you guys in my next video. Brand tutorials lately. I suck. And it is on Too Faced. What the fuck am I saying? Because I don't use. What the fuck am I saying? Is what happened. Is what happened.